Welcome to the Reconnection Club podcast, the show that helps parents heal troubled relationships with their adult sons and daughters. I'm your host, psychotherapist Tina Gilbertson. Each week, I'll offer you compassion, clarity, and personal development tips designed to help you reconnect, not only with your child, but with yourself. Now let's get started. Even in the thick of the holiday season, some parents of estranged adult children are concerned about allowing themselves a bit of fun. Even a smattering of joy or a sliver of happiness and good cheer feel like they might be in bad taste given the state of their relationship with their adult child or children. So in this episode, I want to help you give yourself permission to have a good time whenever you can, despite the estrangement from your child. Because the truth is, there's nothing wrong with enjoying your life before they come back. In fact, I highly recommend that parents cultivate this ability. Parents who are able to let go of their fears and embrace pleasure during an estrangement from their children tell me that they feel a sense of freedom, as though a weight has been lifted. But the concern about letting yourself feel good is a barrier to that. Many parents feel this restriction on happiness throughout the year, but it's especially sad at the holidays when it's important to be able to enjoy and embrace the relationships and potential good times that are there to be had. So I'd like to look at 3 specific reasons why you might be reluctant or have difficulty enjoying yourself while you're estranged from an adult child, and also talk about what you can do about these. The first reason why enjoyment might be difficult is a kind of superstitious thinking that says, if I have a good time, then it means that I don't love my child, or I don't miss my child. Or it means that my child will never come back because I'm doing just fine without them. This is called magical thinking. It's important to understand and accept that your good time has no bearing whatsoever on whether or when your child will come back into your life. By refusing to enjoy yourself as long as she's not with you, all you're doing is robbing yourself of good experiences and potentially happy new memories. You're adding another layer of pain and loss to your life on purpose. It makes no sense, and you deserve better. So if you've been thinking that staying sad will keep your child closer to you, and I realize that's probably not really conscious if you have been thinking that, but reflect for a moment and see if that might be true, that there's a part of you that thinks that staying sad will keep your child closer. And if that is true, then remind yourself that refusing joy is self-destructive and not effective for anything. It's a waste of time and life energy. The second reason you might have a hard time enjoying yourself is you feel a certain codependency with your child. You worry that she is not having a good time, that she's not doing well emotionally. And if that's true, it feels really wrong for you to enjoy yourself in contrast. It's like her feelings should somehow eclipse yours. But here's the truth, whether you're happy or sad has no impact on a child who is not right in front of you. She's not hurt by your happiness. You're not thumbing your nose at her sadness by enjoying yourself if, in fact, she is sad. We don't know exactly how she's feeling. Your good time has nothing to do with your child. You are a separate person, worthy of positive experiences and rewarding relationships. Of course, it's sad if your child doesn't have joy in his life, and it's heartbreaking to think that he may be suffering over the holidays. But if he wants help with that, he's old enough and smart enough to reach out and ask for it. For all you know, he's already doing that. He's reaching out, or he has someone he's spending some time with. You don't know everything about your child's circumstances. I don't have to tell you that. So trust him to take care of himself. Fun is not a zero-sum commodity. You can have fun without taking anything away from your child. You can both have fun separately, and it doesn't have to mean anything except that right now you are estranged. So it's unlikely that you'll have fun together this year. But don't let that take all the pleasure out of living. Take what you can get, where you can get it, and trust your child to do the same. The third reason it might be hard for you to enjoy yourself is that you're simply out of practice. You're so used to feeling weighed down by the estrangement, or maybe even other things in your life as well, that you haven't thought about seeking pleasure through social interactions or festivities in a long time. If you're out of practice, that's okay. You're allowed to stumble through experiences while you try to remember how to have a good time. It may be just like a muscle that needs to be retrained. And if you are managing to have a good time and suddenly you think about your child and you feel sad, that's not a sign that you shouldn't be having a good time. It only means that you're noticing the contrast between different parts of your life, and that's bound to happen sometimes. Nothing is wrong if you suddenly think of your child and feel a pang of sadness. Just let that happen. Acknowledge that you are in pain over that relationship. And when that passes, go back to what you were doing. It's not disrespectful or dismissive of you to let that feeling pass and return to having fun. You're having a very human, complicated emotional experience. The holidays often bring those out in us. The way to manage that is to expect it and just allow it to happen while staying open to the joys and pleasures of whatever is in front of you. Again, whether you're engaging in magical thinking or feeling guilty for enjoying yourself when you suspect that your child isn't happy, or you're just out of practice, please try to remember that it is both safe and healthy for you to enjoy yourself, not only during the holidays, but any time during the estrangement. Until next time, remember that you are a loving, lovable, and still growing human being. So please take good care of yourself. Bye for now. If you've enjoyed this episode of the Reconnection Club podcast, I invite you to check out reconnectionclub.com. The Reconnection Club is for parents at any stage of estrangement from their adult, child, or children. So whether you've just realized there's trouble between you, you've been living with estrangement for years, or you're newly reconciled but still walking on eggshells, the Reconnection Club is your essential resource for information, support, and continued personal growth. With our courses and workshops, expert interviews, monthly Q&A calls, and a friendly, active community, the Reconnection Club is a wonderful place to be for anyone suffering the pain of estrangement from an adult, child, or children. So check it out at reconnectionclub.com.